everyone. Welcome. I am Aldrin Gomes. I'm a professor of physiology at the University of California, Davis. I am here to provide you with some resources to help you have less anxiety and do better in your exams. So let's get started. Before I made these videos on effective study habits, I read 7 books, I consulted 31 websites, I interviewed 10 A+ students, which are 5 male and 5 female, I surveyed 30 A and A+ students, and I read 44 peer-reviewed publications on study habits. And I used my more than 15 years of university teaching experience. I'm often asked by students how they should study for classes. These study habit videos will help students understand various successful methods for studying. In a previous video, I discussed bad study habits commonly used by students. In this video, I'll discuss 5 of the most effective study techniques that seem to work for most students. There are hundreds of different study techniques. However, my research found that only about 5 of them seem to be scientifically backed by publications and are beneficial for most people who try it. We all know that tests are stressful. We also know that we must do tests, and we must do many of them. What you may not know is that good study habits reduce stress associated with preparing for exams and actually during taking of the exams. Greater than 6 million. You may be surprised to learn that this is the number of students that drop out of college each year in the United States. While there are many causes of students dropping out, such as health problems, academic disqualifications is the second most common cause of student dropouts. For students who drop out due to poor grades, a common reason is the lack of effective study habits. The percentage of students who have a bachelor's degree or higher that is living below the poverty line is 4.8%, meaning that having a degree does not prevent everyone from living below the poverty line. If you look at the statistics for students without a high school diploma, 24.5% of them live below the poverty line. Hence, you are much more likely to live a life of poverty if you don't complete high school and university. But is it the only reason we go to university for? That is, to earn more money? No. College allows us many career options, which results in better job satisfaction and happiness. It also allows us better personal development, better life skills, and many more benefits. Knowing that doing well in university will give people a leg up in life, let's look at what study habits you can use to ace your tests and enjoy your university experience more. Before we go forward, I would like to share a secret that is often not said enough. There is no single best study habit. The best study habit depends on many factors. It depends on the course material, such as is it discussions, lectures, online. It depends on the teacher and the teaching method. It depends on the type of tests that are used to test the student. And most importantly, it depends on your learning style. If we look at what study habits are most common to all students that have high GPAs, independent of their financial status, race, or other factors, 5 study habits stand out. These study habits are: make a study plan, remove distractions when you study, do pre-reading and pre-tests, be an effective note taker, and post-reading and post-tests. The first thing you need to do before you do any of these things is make a study plan. Then you need to get organized. Why should you make a study plan? Well, as Benjamin Franklin said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. You need to plan when, where, and how you will study on a regular basis, preferably daily. To increase your chances of success, you should determine when the best time is it for you to study. You could use a calendar like this to determine when you are most energetic and focused. For 5 days, write down a value between 1 and 10. which will be the level that you actually feel in terms of energy. With 1 being you feel like crap and 10 being you feel amazing. Do this every hour for 5 days or for up to 10 days. Then average the values and plot them on a graph. This is the average of my energy levels plotted over 5 days. My best time to study and do difficult tasks are between 9 and 11 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. As such, I try not to schedule meetings between 9 to 11 a.m. so that I can spend time in my office and get my stuff done. You may be watching this person here now and you can see he has a clean desk, he's by himself, and it's pretty quiet. This allows him to remove distractions. Having a designated study area is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Now, you may be watching the ball right now, and it's pretty distracting. So anything that distracts you, put it away. That can be a smartwatch, an iPad, a phone, anything that affects you. If you have roommates that are very noisy, let them know when you're studying each day. Create a no-nonsense area for you to study. Look at this guy studying. Not very effective. His mind is not focused. You need a no-nonsense zone. You can create something like this to put on your door. Please don't disturb me. Now is my no-nonsense time. Pre-reading is something that not many people do, but it's very effective. If a class offers you pre-reading, do it. If a class does not offer pre-reading, still do it on your own. It's a very effective system because pre-reading increases your ability to understand the material that is present in the lecture. After you finish pre-reading, you should do post-testing of what you read. Testing of material you did not learn is not as effective as testing of what you pre-read. So spend time pre-reading and then doing post-testing. This has been shown to promote better retention as well as knowledge transfer to previously untested questions. Use an effective note-taking method. This topic requires significantly more time to explain fully and will be covered in another video. I would list some of the popular note-taking methods. These include charting, Cornell method, and mapping. Since most of you don't have time to read about effective note-taking, I'll make some basic suggestions. Most people don't realize, but note-taking and highlighting generally don't seem to increase comprehension scores. So, effective note-taking is not about taking lots of notes or highlighting. These tips include concentrating on the lecture. Stop checking your social media. Don't mistake highlighting text as note-taking. Write legibly. Take notes selectively. Make them as brief as possible. Focus on important information and major points. Note all unfamiliar vocabulary and ideas. This will remind you to look them up later. Mark ideas emphasized in the lecture with a special symbol. And use abbreviation and symbols when possible. Do not try to write every word. Most importantly, draw out the information you just learned from reading in a visual form if you can. Try diagrams, flowcharts, visual models. Anything that creates active learning, such as generating understanding on your own, is very effective for retention. Try to connect the new information with things you already know. For example, you can do diagrams like this on your own, which connects information you may have learned from one previous lecture to another, or from a previous course to this course that you're currently doing. This produces more robust learning and memory. Importantly, you should test yourself after reading. So let's do a quick test. The best study technique is highlighting. Is this true or false? As you know, this is false. This produces more robust learning and memory by doing a test right after you learn something. Try to become more active in class. Student engagement in different learning activities, whether it's active or interactive, is a predictor of student achievement. It is so important. I have 3 references listed here for those who want to go and read. It is important to pay attention in class. Try to concentrate and avoid disruptions. If your class has discussion sessions, actively participate. If your class has a Discord, participate. These are all great methods to become more active. In a recent study by Beckerin and Ward, students who participated more in lecture-based classes did better on the final exams. Other references are available that show this similar result. Next is post-testing. After you finish studying, do post-testing, and lots of it. Yes, post-testing is one of the most effective study methods. Don't just rely on your professor to give you sample questions. Search online for practice questions and do them. Try asking 2 to 3 friends to make up questions and answers for each lecture, and you do the same. Then exchange them so that you have practice questions specific for your course. If your exam is only multiple choice questions, then practice multiple choice questions. We are not born being good at doing multiple choice. Practice makes us better. If your exam is only short answers, then practice short answer questions. As a reminder, the 5 study habits that seem to be effective for everyone are: make a study plan, remove distractions, do pre-reading and post-test of the pre-reading, become an efficient note-taker, and do post-reading and post-tests. Now that you know some habits that will help you do better on tests, you should use them. Remember, the best investment you can make is in yourself. Invest the time it takes to develop these study habits and you will achieve more. I will discuss some more advanced effective study habits in part 2 of this video series. Thank you for watching.